So yeah, I went to the least visited state in the country, North Dakota. At least according to this old CNN article. So, let's see what happened when I went there. So you may be wondering why I visited North Dakota as someone who's from Virginia. Well, that goes back to 2013. This is my friend Josh. He's currently at the University of North Dakota, getting his degree in aeronautics and flight stuff. Yes, that is the official term. He wants to be a pilot, and he already got accepted into the United Airlines straight-to-pilot program. So I landed at night. It was like 12 a.m. And my friend picked me up, along with his friend who was a fellow aviation student. And the first views of the city were more dark and flat. That's what I noticed on the ride back to the dorms. So here's a quick tour of the crib. It's where my friend and his friend is staying over the summer. So you got a quick kitchen, all the things you need in a little kitchen. Over here is the room of living room, TV, Xbox, couch, It's two guys, so it's nothing special. In here we got my friend's bedroom. So we got the Don't Tread on Me, OG American flag. We got a desk, a bed, my bed, and there is even a bathroom. So it's actually pretty spacious, a lot more than I thought. It feels like a hotel suite, basically. That's what it feels like. You got a shower, of course, and this shower is crazy pressure. It feels like a fire hose, basically. Like, look at that. That is just straight pressure. Got a scale. Make sure you're not eating too many calories. And yeah, my friend also, or the friend of my friend, also has a room just like this over there. Wow, does this bring back memories? Who remembers these? When your fridge didn't just make the ice for you, you had to, put it in the water and then break it, and then put it in your cup. How times have changed. The city is Grand Forks, which I already made a video about. This video is going to be about what I did and my personal experience. That video is about the history and other stuff, so go check that out if you want more. Anyway, the first day we went around the college, and we rode the bikes around the city, not the city, but the college, and we just looked at the things, and he kind of showed me the lay of the land and all the things that were in the area. That first night we were there, we went to the top of a car park, and it was a beautiful night. Just take a look at these videos.
Yeah, that's the alumni.
Yeah. For dinner on the first night, we went to Culver's, which is a Wisconsin Midwest fast food place, and I'm allergic to tons of stuff, so all I knew I could get were the fries and the bacon. Good thing that last day we also went to Culver's, but I was able to get like a full burger just without the bun because I'm allergic to wheat. And that concludes day one. Let's see what happens day two. On the second day, I went down to the downtown Grand Forks, where there's old-time buildings and not that much going on, honestly, on I think a Thursday afternoon. Yeah, just not much going on. And all the college students weren't there because they were home because it was summer, so it was pretty chill. There was a train that went right through the town, Canadian Network, Canadian National, CN, Canadian something. And if you don't know, I like trains and find them interesting, and so it was cool because that's the only time I saw one go through the whole trip. This doesn't really matter, but the cellular data in Grand Forks was completely good, completely usable, videos, Instagram, all the things. It was solid. Anyway, later I went to the Ralph Engelstad Arena, which is the arena where they play basketball and hockey, and I'm sure other games. Hockey games in the winter during the hockey season is like a huge thing for the town, and like the whole town goes out for it. It's like their big sports thing. I talk more about this arena and things about it and its history and stuff inside my video about Grand Forks. Today, my friend and I, Josh, we're going to Fargo, North Dakota to see what's up. Let's go. On Saturday, we went to Fargo, North Dakota. But before we got there, we stopped at the tallest, or technically, as of a few years ago, the second tallest structure in the Western Hemisphere. It is a TV mast for a local TV broadcaster. It is pretty impressive, and I made a full video about it that you can see right here. The hour-long drive down to Fargo was very flat, pretty fast, and full of scenes of farms and fields. That's pretty much the whole state. Once we got to Fargo, we went straight to Chipotle, the place where I work, because my friend loves Chipotle. However, they don't have any in Grand Forks. So I just sat there and I just watched him eat, I guess. Later, as you can see here, we went to a air museum because my friend's interested in flying, and so am I. It wasn't really that great. I mean, Fargo's like a third-tier city, so, we saw a few things, a few old airplanes and a few thingies. There was also a car show going on that day, so there were a solid amount of people there. Yo, is this a Piper Cub? Mm-hmm. It's a classic.
That is.
One person. So this is crazy. This Piper Cub, two-seater small plane, it's a certificate to fly in 1966. So like before we landed on the moon. That's crazy. Also, if you look, it only has like 5 gauges here. Super simple. Airplane. So there wasn't much to see at the airport museum, but now we're going to go to downtown. Then we went to the Visitors Center in Fargo, where they have the wood chipper from the movie Fargo. However, the Visitors Center was closed, so we only got to see the replica outside. So right now you are in the fake wood chipper for the movie Fargo. The real one's in the building, but unfortunately it's closed, so this is the second best outside one. Last but not least, we drove through the main city part of Fargo, the downtown, and it does feel like a solid city. It was pretty, Saturday afternoon, it was pretty busy, lively. There's apartments, restaurants, bars, all those types of things you can see. I thought we were going to get out and walk around, but my friend had to come back for a thing. So that was our Saturday, and it was solid and it was interesting, so I did get to see more than just one city in the state of North Dakota. So the biggest city in the most boring state was checked off the list.
Alexa, intruder alert.
Welcome to the rice fields, mother.
Sunday was the next day, and I didn't do much. Mostly watched TV, and I did go out, but nothing major. But Monday was my last full day there, so I made the most of it. I went out and I rode the bus to the main bus center near the downtown, and then I walked to the bike station, and I got a bike, and I rode over to East Grand Forks, which is basically the same town, but it's in Minnesota. The official name is East Grand Forks, and here's some pictures of it. It's nothing major. It's basically the same town. But I went over there. I found this military thing with the flags, and I did also find a Catholic school. Right there is the flag of the Holy City, Vatican City in Rome, Italy. That's the first time I've ever seen it. It's really interesting. Obviously, it's a Catholic school or church or whatever, but I have never seen that flag in the wild. That is trippy. And I also found this thing where they had something in the local Sioux language, which I've never seen Native American language before on an official sign. I think I found something interesting. Right here you can see there's a sign about social distancing and stuff. It's not really mattering anymore. Now, in this time, in this area, they don't really care. But it says this, Noyab Dib. I don't know how to pronounce it. but I believe it is a Native American language, Sioux or something like that. That night we went to Culver's again, and then my friend went to the store to get some things, and then we went to bed early because we had to wake up at 4 o'clock the next morning. All right, it is 4:15 in the morning. Got the bags ready, and it's 4 in the morning. Can't really talk. We're gonna go to the airport. And just so y'all know, this thing is not a cult symbol. I know it looks like one. It's not. It's just a cult symbol if your cult is aviation. So we got up, we drove to the airport, he dropped me off, and I said goodbye. I went through the airport. The TSA line was pretty quick, and in about 15 minutes I was on the plane and we were leaving on a jet plane. We landed in Minneapolis about an hour later. Really had to use the restroom and the plane wouldn't. It was just sitting on the tarmac and the grounds crew was late, so that kind of sucked. Anyway, I got some McDonald's fries and I waited for my next flight to DC. That flight felt the longest out of all the flights, and it may have been, but it was still fine. And then once I landed in DC, I was home.
Federal law requires each person to wear a mask over their nose and mouth at all times through the flight, including during boarding.
The bathroom, really loud. The plane in general is really loud. So we made it back to Dulles Airport. Smooth landing. Got out of the plane. Navigating Dulles Airport to the arrivals was kind of hard. Just didn't know where to go because I've never been there. And then I got in, I found the car, put my stuff in the back, and on the way home. Well, there's no one over here for Air Canada.
Nobody's coming. Nobody's flying United today.
This is the place where my mom told my dad that I was going to be born. Right here, Dulles Airport. Special place, guys. Special place. To think, this is some people's first views of America. A highway. And some buildings. Reflection time. So, in every trip that I do, I want to do a reflection at the end of the recap video, which basically this was the recap video. So, it was fun. It was the first time I flew by myself, and the first time I flew since I was 5, so essentially the first time. But the town was kind of underwhelming. I got some good pictures. I did something different, and it's what my parents let me do, so I did it. But my friend assured me that going to places like New York or Germany, because he's been there, or the other places are a lot more interesting. So I look forward to stuff like that in the future, and I hope that this is just the tip of the proverbial iceberg. Because it's a college town and I was there in July, it was kind of dead. So going back there now, you know, when all the college students are there, I think it would be a lot nicer. Also the fall and the fall trees and everything, I think that would be a lot nicer visually, but I got things to do here now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. It was like almost 15 minutes long, so this is one of the longer ones, and I spent a lot of time editing. So thanks a lot. Have a good day. Peace out.